Hey there, it is Rachel Feldman. So I wanted to break down because after this awesome webinar last night, it occurred to me that many of you might also be like myself, which means this, that we sit there and we look at a program and we want to figure out how we actually can implement a program or how to actually get people to our program. And often when there's a lot of choices, we're like, how do I make a choice? What is the right program for me? So what I want to do is break down the different programs, because when you go to www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com, there are a lot of different options. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. It can be scary. We can get either overwhelmed and just shut down, or we get overwhelmed and say, that's it, I'm buying VIP and I'm buying everything. So what I want to show you is actually the programs today and kind of take you through step by step what the detox is like, why it's different this season, but why it's also a lot of the same and why we made these changes. So let me just share my screen. I'm also going to go through the difference between basic and rockstar, because I think a lot of people have questions like, should I go basic? Can I upgrade? If I go basic, why should I get rockstar? What is the point? Can this be used at any time of the year? So I just want to share my screen with you. Okay, so here we are. First off, just to explain, like, who is a done-for-you program right for? When I think of coaches where done-for-you programs are right for, I think of a coach who either wants to work offline or a coach that wants to work online, like either way. So whether you want to build your one-on-one practice, you still need to have a program. And in last night's webinar, if you didn't catch that, please go look at it, because we talked about a 3-tier work with me page. What that means is that you have 3 different ways to work with you, so that the psychological needs for each person who is coming to work with you or, calls you for a strategy session, you can have different options for them. You could have a single session. You could have a 30-day program. Let me just make sure Facebook is closed. You could have a 30-day program. You could have a myriad of different options. But I like to see like a single, a 30, and maybe a 3-month. Make it so that there's a big difference. You could have a single session, a 6-week program, and then you could have a 6-month program on your Work With Me page. So I'm just going to take you through what I love to do for a single session, what has always been beneficial for me. And when I talk about gateway programs, which you'll see when I talk about this in on what is called the copy on the website, you'll see that a gateway program is typically 7 to 21 days. So when I think about a gateway program, I think about summer detox, I think about raw, I think about easy weight loss, grain-free, even reset your life in 21 days. These are all ones that could be simple programs to even do in a single session. And what you're doing with even that is you're going over, what are your goals? What do you want to do? What are the problems that you're actually having? And then as you go through that, you can kind of think, because you have those programs in your vault, what program fits this person the best for their goals, for their needs. So number one is to evaluate what's in your vault. And that's why I tell people that the saving grace for me was that I had so many programs that it took out a lot of that busy work that I needed to do when I was working with clients. The second part of that is the conversion from strategy sessions to a paid client is much easier when you actually have a program that you are offering. So here is the summer basic. It is the same as our years before in the sense that it is based on seasonal eating. It is based on the work of John Juilliard, Paul Pitchford, a myriad of different people. Hold on, I just have to turn off Facebook. I can hear it dinging. It's based on Linda Page and Louise Gittleman, but it is also based on the Elimination Diet by Liz Lipsky, Alejandro Younger. So what I wanted to do this season was give you different opportunities to speak to your market in a different way. So I wanted to be able to give you the clean eating cover. So if you market this as a clean eating program, I wanted to give you the age-defying secrets if you never wanted to say the word detox. And I wanted to give you the age-defying detox. The reason that we did this is that even if you have a client that is struggling with gut issues, I don't know one person who is not hungry for more energy, hungry for better skin, hungry for knowledge about how the foods that they're seasonally eating can cleanse their body, restore their digestive health naturally. When you give a program that helps to teach people what foods are really right for them and what are not. When we just hand foods off to people and say, here's a seasonal cleanse, or here's even a cleanse, in my experience, even from doing it myself, that never taught me what food is really right for me. And it was only through the power of the elimination diet that I realized I do not do well with nuts, except if soaked. I don't do well with grains, except if soaked or maybe eaten once a week. I don't do well with chia seeds and flax seeds. We only learn this when we actually step into a program like this. So the difference between basic and rockstar, you're still getting the Foods for Beauty guide, which you will see right here. It's an unbelievable guide. And if you have your clients that are saying like, how can I have beautiful skin and what are the foods that I should be eating? This is definitely the program for you, because the nice thing about that is you could even give this as a bonus. You could give this for attending a webinar that you're doing about the program, leading people to the program. So when we talked even last night about making $3,000, you know, $5,000, $10,000, and how to even get to $100,000, you want to be able to have active and passive income. So you're always thinking about your Healthy Work With Me page. You're thinking about a program that you're possibly offering offline or online. And you're thinking about what do your niche, what does your community, what do they really need and desire and want from you? So in this Foods for Beauty guide, it's giving you valuable information that you can come back to either past detoxers and say, guys, it's really exciting. Look at this brand new opportunity. And that you also are able to have the suggested list in the shopping, all this great stuff right at your fingertips. Because when we go through, as you know, any program that our clients are going through, they get overwhelmed. And I think that's the biggest thing, whether it's a cleanse, whether it's a detox, weight loss, sugar, gut, anything, any program that we have, people tend to get overwhelmed. So the greatest way that I have learned to decrease that overwhelm is to give step by step. So when you are giving a step by step, or here's our breakfast, and you will, here's our breakfast, here's our lunch, here's our dinner. And you will see just from right here how simple and easy it is to deliver an amazing, delicious, and yummy plan to your clients. So if anybody even said, you know what, I can't make chia pudding, you can even say, great, go to the market, get those little chia pudding. If somebody says, I'm not going to be able to, make the zucchini noodles, then you empower them to say, okay, go to Trader Joe's or go to Whole Foods, or just do it like this. Make a video, guys. The biggest thing that I say about when I teach people how to launch effectively is that you have to show people, you have to educate them. So the beginning part of launching a program isn't just about the sales page and the funnels and everything like that. It's about educating people that this can be really easy. So I encourage you to, make zucchini noodles. Show people how easy this is. Show people that, that it can just be simple. And if they are eating out, if they are taking out, if they are doing anything of that nature, you're teaching them then how to make a healthy meal for themselves, no matter where they are, because life gets busy. So if our clients are traveling, if our clients are busy running from the gym in the morning to then go to work, they need to know what is a grab and go healthy, food that they can put into their body so they feel nourished and also cleanse naturally. So one of the options is that you take this and you do it in your single session. The second option is you do it as an online program or an offline program. Now, the reason that we wanted to give you the 3 different covers was that I have found that there are so many people with different niches, different needs, different vibes. And so it's important for you to look at, what does your tribe need? What do they need to hear from you? Is it a reboot? Is it clean eating? Is it age-defying secrets? What part of this can really feed into the very people you're serving? So what you will see here are the same materials. The difference is that you have all these different handouts. So if you are into whether it's beauty or detox or skin, or maybe it's even adding essential oils or supplementation like Elizabeth Ryder, you could take this program, which is a 14-day program, or 14 days of suggested meals, with a phase 1. Elizabeth Ryder has a 14-day, I think it's glow from the inside out. You can replicate that same kind of system and infuse whatever multi-level marketing you're in, or maybe you are partners with a company that you sell their products. Even if you're a fitness coach, or if you're a chiropractor or an acupuncturist, or a health coach, or anybody, you can then add whatever is your extra income right into the program. So you will see that there's different teas. Also, we go into deep cleansing rituals, and this is something that you also see, like, how do we actually cleanse our home? How do we, do kind of a burning ritual, so that we smudge our house, so that we're actually getting rid of the very toxicity, not just in our body, but in our life. And I think if you're a life coach, or if you're somebody that works just in the mindset, or if you're somebody that works in the inner soul cleansing, or you wanted to call this a digital detox, there are so many ways that you can niche this out. So you could say digital detox. You could rename this to be a sugar detox. You could rename this, if you changed around some of the recipes, this could be a grain-free detox, or you could buy the grain-free and the detox and combine them, which I've done, and get the best of both worlds. And so that you could transition people into some grains, some beans, or just exchange that in the detox and then move into our grain-free program, which you'll see at www.yourhealthcoachbiz.com. Now, the really cool thing that people always say to me, do I need to get, Rockstar, do I need to get basic, is you will see right here in the pre-marketing emails, all of this kind of stuff is really difficult to go and have somebody just like that know your voice and pick it up. And usually the average cost of a copywriter is anywhere between $75 to sometimes even $300 an hour. Some charge by the project. So you really want to look at this as, wow, this is an opportunity for me to save money, but also to save time. You will see that we give you a clean eating collage. So you have that. So if you wanted to do clean eating, if you wanted to actually do the age defying, you would see that right there. If you wanted to use this one, which is the age defying detox, you would see it right there. All the covers also for the age defying secrets is right here. So if you needed to play around and change it, or you wanted to play around with some of the images right onto your sales page, you can do that as well. So then also, one of the things that I really love, and I showed this last night, is that we wanted to think about your strategy. You know, there are a lot of programs out there and they're great programs. I wanted to also give you that next, not just a program, but what do you need to market your program? So when people say, why should I buy, you know, the all-inclusive, or why should I buy Rockstar? It's because we go to this level. We're giving you a 21-day social media calendar so that you don't feel overwhelmed. You know, okay, when should I be posting on Facebook, Instagram? What are the best times? You could change that to 9 a.m. You could change that to 9 p.m. I always say test, 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 and track, meaning look at when people have the most engagement. I've also found that going through, and I use Meet Edgar and love it, but going through Meet Edgar, Buffer, and Hootsuite, don't boost your Facebook algorithms as much as if you directly do it on the page. So I encourage you to take the time, plan out the social media images, the 21-day, for your pre-launch, your open cart, and right there, and just add in your bit.ly or add in the link to your sales page. You know, join the hottest program. That's why we did all that kind of really cool stuff right there. And then you also have your flyers. And these flyers are great because you can go, for a lot of you that are doing workshops, you can go and actually print this flyer out. You can put it in a gorgeous frame, get that from like Office Max. Maybe you want to take this and convert it to a PDF, or have this one be with your work with me, so that you're inviting people to work with you. As I said, our programs aren't just always about an online program. Some people have massive, massive success doing that, while others find that, you know, they have a lot of success by getting people to strategy sessions, getting people to webinars, and then to strategy sessions. So I encourage you to see what way of coaching really works for you. We also have sample Facebook, sample tweets. Oh, wait, where are they? Oh, here they are. 5 tweets and 5 Facebook posts. So you would see right here, age-defined secret, summer program, your tweets. Do a bit.ly, because your whole link is not going to be able to go through Twitter unless you are feeding your Twitter through Buffer or Hootsuite or Meet Edgar. Then I encourage you to also look at your 6 newsletters. I mean, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've usually done 3, guys. I wanted to give you more newsletters and blogs so that you're not sitting there in this creation mode, and you're not having to spend extra money to hire somebody or buy a package that has newsletters. That's why you see so many of our programs have blogs and newsletters, because this is how you're funneling in people. So many people say, how do I even get people to know me? How do I get people to a program? You have to build authority. Authority gets built by giving great information. So here's 3 reasons to stay hydrated. 5 extra pounds can be toxic. A 5-step guide to slim down, beauty masks, everything. So when you think about how am I using this, the question is, how are you not using it? Because if you think, am I sending out a newsletter? What am I going to say? Put a blog on, and then actually go and take one of our opt-in freebies, whichever one you like, whether it's 5 enriched smoothies. I mean, check out this ebook, guys, seriously. 5 enriched smoothies to regenerate your skin. So for everyone who is talking about skin health, which we know is related to what? Gut and mindset. You want to then look at this and say, okay, can I give this as a gift in my newsletter? You want people to see you doing what? Jabbing. That means giving information. We can't just be like, hey, sign up for my program. You need to have people know that you know what you're talking about, and that you also are giving them stuff that is valuable, that is free, that is full of great content. And so what? They fall in love. How smoothies benefit the skin. Top ingredients to add to your smoothie for great skin, all this great stuff. And this can totally be yours. And this is why we really changed it up this season. And we wanted the guide for the detox to be about skin and beauty. It's summer. And so who doesn't want to have ageless beauty? Who doesn't want to feel younger? And a detox and a cleanse isn't just the food you eat. It's the mindset. It's working on self-care. So you could do an entire PowerPoint. And this is where I just want to take you through the process. The reason that I always tell coaches, please use the stuff that you have in here, is that the PowerPoint right here, ways to enhance and radiate. Then what are you doing? You can give them an opt-in freebie. You could give them a handout. So everything always ties back into your program. And so the story that you're telling is very clear. The story that you start to pre-drip is very clear. This is why coaches sometimes do not get people to their programs or do not get people to work with them one-on-one. You're not lacking the knowledge of how to coach, but often we lack the tools and the foundation to get us to that next place. So if you have questions about, any of the programs, this is why we also do a one-on-one coaching package. You'll see even right here, you have a health and wellness form to be able to give your clients so that it's really cute and, has this worked? What other health professionals are you seeing? And you're just asking questions for your clients. So you can also get a really good sense. I've even done this when I've done a live group, just to bring engagement, just have everyone write down what's going on in their bodies, what's going on with their health. Because if we don't do that, we often don't know where to start. We don't know, our clients don't know where to start. Our clients don't know what is going on with themselves, because how often do we just stop and take real good, inventory? And that's why working with, a health and wellness professional like us is so great. So I just want to take you through this here. These are the pictures that you get when you buy Rockstar. If you buy basic, you can always upgrade and buy the pictures as well. If you are only plant-based, 2 recipes where we add in eggs, you can easily swap that out. That's how beautiful. Look at that. That is the lentil burger with the grilled pineapple on top. Then you have the protein oatmeal, which oatmeal is a seasonal grain in the summer per the work of John Douillard. But if you wanted to exchange it out for a paleo grain-free cereal, you could definitely do that with coconut flakes or, a paleo kind of granola, easy to make. Then you have the chia pudding. You have the red lentil soup. You have the roasted chickpeas, the summer minestrone. You have the jicama papaya salad, the spiced cantaloupe soup, the strawberry oatmeal cookies, the summer zembal. That is one of my favorites. The sweet oatmeal tahini balls. These are gorgeous. Zucchini noodles and coconut curry. And just remember, if you do coach paleo primal, swapping out some of those is very easy. You can add protein if you're doing this with a gym, or you're working with athletes, and I worked with a number of different athletes with this program. I just had them add more protein. I had them add protein. I had them do their recovery drinks that they usually do. And if some people, use whey, I would always say to my client, if you know that you feel great with this whey, great. Or you could try, a different plant-based protein if you just wanted to try it out and see if you have the same kind of energy. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and also how to launch a program. I mean, I think that's the biggest. We can buy program after program, but it's the how to launch. And that's why we talk about how to market online. So I'm giving you an entire guide that my good friend Ralphie Albert wrote on how to market online, as well as I want you to know how to price out your program. So there are different pricing methods, which is why we give you a pricing guide, right here that you can just click and open. as well as so much information in the manual. I don't know where else you can find in a manual like this extensive. So I'm just even going to show you. This shows you, you know, your launch plan, your niche message, begin to pre-market, opt-in freebie, Facebook group, I mean, it goes through everything that you would possibly need to understand how to launch. Plus you have us in the forum. So please don't hesitate to tag me at Rachel Feldman when you buy the program, because that's the whole reason that we have a support forum for you. So anyway, it's been a pleasure to be with you. You see why the value of these programs are the cost that they are. If you had one virtual assistant make 20 images, I would say that you would pay what, maybe $25 for the virtual assistant. And most likely that would be an hour. So if you add up everything else, the emails, the newsletters, the blogs, but I want you to use it. So that means that you use this in your newsletter. You take the blog, you infuse your information in all, you know, and lead them to an opt-in freebie or lead them to a strategy session with you. But you have to utilize it and you have to take action to take the steps that are needed for your business. All right, guys, this is Rachel Feldman. It's been a pleasure to be with you, and I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome one.